Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today is a great day. It's actually pretty gloomy and rainy here in central Illinois, but we have a mail day. That's right. Mail day is here. Let's open this up and see what it is. I already kind of think I know because I got the order from it, but you don't. So we're going to open up this bad boy right in front of you, making sure everything is packaged all nice and beautifully. As you can see, it's coming from Mattel. That means it's got to be the brand new Ultimate Edition Coliseum set, Mattel Creation set. As you can see, as I'm spinning it around, we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and the $1 Million Man. I've been super excited about this one. I'm a fan of both of these two, even though $1 Million Man has been pretty shady here recently in the last couple of years. He's had some controversy, but, you know, it is what it is. At the very top of it, it says everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. And on the very bottom, it says the dragon is ready to breathe fire. So there's two different types. There's supposed to be a blue carded type, and then there's supposed to be a black card type. Supposedly the black carded type is supposed to be the rare or the chase edition, but from what I understand, a lot of people have been getting it. So let's see what I get. Let's see if I end up getting the black carded or the blue carded. Oh, look at this. I am getting the regular, just blue carded. So if that's the case, I am getting the standard edition right there. But look at that beautiful Ted DiBiase. Now, for those of you who don't know this Coliseum collection, what is based off is the old LGNs from like the 1980s, the big hard rubber characters. In between, they have this beautiful little deco that has like the Coliseum, obviously. But on the back, if you remember back in those days, they would do like interview setup with Mean Gene Okerlund, and they would have this backdrop. So I really like that they always include that. And then we have the dragon, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Oh, man. And then the inside of it, look at that. Now, if you know, then you already know that a lot of the people that are in these pictures right here are actually the creators of the actual wrestling toys. So I do like that they always put in that touch too. So I'm going to slide this Coliseum video thing right back in there. Put that in there because, you know, I'm not going to make you guys wait. We're going to open this bad boy up. Now, one of the cool things with this, we're going to go with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. On the back, it has the old style, like you got to collect them all. But this isn't sealed, so it literally just slides right back up and over. Nothing in between. Look at that. Look at that. By the way, if you are interested in getting one of these, they still have them on MattelCreations.com. This is the last time that they're going to have exclusive on MattelCreations.com. After this, they're also going to be, or they're going to be on Amazon. So they're still going to carry this line, but it's going to be for Amazon. Look at that. No zip ties, nothing to cut out. Look at this. Now, is this Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? Or is it Bruce Lee? I mean, if you wanted Bruce Lee, you probably turn him into one. I'm sure there's a customizer out there. Now, one of the things that they do is they like to put the accessories in this little box right here, like they did again. And let me pull this out real quick for you so you can see it. I'm going to pop the hands back on because I'm not going to go through all the hand accessories. I will pop out, if I can, I'm going to pop out the head sculpts real fast. So this one, we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat just yelling, as you can see right there. Then we have the exact same head sculpt, but only he's super smiley, which I don't know if Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has ever been a bad guy, which if that's the case, that's kind of weird because at least almost everybody else in the world of wrestling has been a bad guy at one point in time. Then you have the stoic looking picture. So Man, they got all the way down to the cool details of even his feet, which we'll look at that a little bit more closely. But underneath everything, you have your belt, but then you also have his jacket, kind of the exact same jacket that they had in here. So you can have this as his entrance gear. You can get it all set up, and then you can, get him ready for action. So I'm going to pop these back in right now. I pop those back in there not because I try to resell it and try to pretend like I've never opened it. I do that so I don't lose the pieces. Sometimes with these Ultimate Editions, they come with a ton of pieces. Now, if you look on the back, you'll see that we've had quite a few. One of the people that they're missing on here, though, is Sergeant Slaughter. And I'm going to open up Sergeant Slaughter one of these days. I'm going to try to do a series of nothing but the Coliseum because it's a really, really cool line. I really love it. But for right now, I'm going to put the dragon right there and then get to Mr. Moneyman. $1 Million Man. I mean, what? This one has a lot of accessories that I've been dying to look at. But as you can see, we slide that bad boy right off. This one does have something that we have to cut. Give me just a second. Oh, man. First thoughts coming out of the package. Look at this. Look at the wad of money that he's hanging out. And then at the bottom of it, you have that ultra stunning. Look at that $1 million belt looking like $1 million. Oh man, that is really cool. Really cool detail. Then look at this outfit. As you know, he'd come out in the suits, but you open it up and it's his entire entrance gear. All you have to do is you can take it off just like you did, or just like he did whenever he was wrestling. Before we do that, we're going to look at the accessories. All right. So, like I said before, down at the bottom, he comes with multiple different hand scans. Oh, wow. So they actually have a hand that's meant to grip this a little bit better so you can have more money. But speaking of more money, another thing that they did, they gave you another set of fanned money. So you can basically have all of his money just sitting there in front of you. Because, I mean, isn't that why we like $1 Million Man so much? Because we love to hate him because he had so much money and we didn't. I mean, and what I love about this head sculpt is look at the hair. Does that not scream the 80s? I mean, look at that. That is a full-on head of hair right there. As you can see, he's got that $1 Million Man laugh imposed. And then you kind of have him just like mocking faced. And then this one, stoic, just being straight faced. I think this one looks more like if he was going to give more of a speech, like if he was going to do an interview. That's what that is. Now, give me a second to put these back in because I'm going to leave the head sculpts the way that they are. Oh my gosh, he's throwing money out at me. Throwing the money at me. What are we doing? If it's not real, don't throw it at me. He has, with him, he has, like I said, more of the hands to where he's able to hold the money better. He has another fist to go into his right hand. He also has a left-handed, like microphone holding hands, and then he has flat hands. So a lot of accessories. They're literally flying out of the package. A lot of accessories with these Coliseum collection. Put this right back there. Now, one of the things, like I said, I've been dying to do. Look at this. You get to take off that suit, pop off his hands to make life a little bit easier. Because that's what he does. He just takes his hands off whenever he needs to take off his suit. Because it's fully articulated, he's able to take it off with the easiest of ease. Looks like you have to take the head off in order to take the top of the shirt off, which, if he starts taking his head off, it's going to be really, really awkward. It's Velcroed right back here in the back, so he's able to pull that off. I'm going to put his hand back on because then he's not running around looking weird. Now, his pants are also Velcroed in the back, but you kind of have to, they don't go very far. It's kind of like an old action figure back in the day. You kind of have to slide them all the way off. Not the easiest thing to do. And I don't think you can just pop off his legs. So, oh man, that was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm not a fan of that. If they're going to have it Velcroed, I don't know how they would do it, but I wish they would Velcro maybe the sides a little bit to make it look a little, or take it off a little bit easier, you know. But that's more beggars being choosers, I guess, at this stage of the game. But look at all of that, all the way to the boots. You have the $1,000,000, or you have the dollar sign right there. This is his classic look. The black with the gold, you know, that is time period correct. Every once in a while, he mixes it up and throw in some white or some green or something of that nature. But all day long, you know that this is the $1,000,000 Man. Now, I'm not sure about you. If you grew up in this era, then you know about his bodyguard Virgil. Kind of missing Virgil right now. Now, the ease of putting on his belt is literally just pushing in this little patch right there, and it sits there and it holds. Now, the one thing I do like about this, he was never a very sculpted body. He didn't have the abs. He didn't have that. They did not. They did not give him that, or in the toy form either. I really like this. Now, let's switch gears. Go back to the dragon. The dragon, you know, he was more martial arts style, so I like that. I probably would change up his hands a little bit, but not very much, because this is usually how he wrestled a lot of the times. He didn't usually hold or do a lot of close fist punching. He did a lot of open hand punching, or a lot of open hand hitting. Now, as you can see here, the body difference has a lot more definition because the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat really did have definition. Now, this part right here is very, very basic until you get to the feet. And if you look at it, it looks like he's wearing like the typical ninja feet, or ninja shoes, or boots, however you want to call it. So that looks really cool. I mean, I know that this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat all day long. This is very, very basic, but this is what he was wearing in 1980s. You know, he wasn't blowing the fire yet or anything like that. So I really like this. I love that they put it to the time period that it was supposed to be. Coliseum collection is one of my favorite collections because that hits right to home. That was the era that I was growing up in. I actually had I had some of the big, you know, rubber guys. To see these coming out in toy form, plus I had this one for, without a shadow of a doubt, with his suit on for Hasbro, and I used to play with that all the time. So I am really glad, really, really excited about this. Look at this. I was able to find him. Look at Virgil. That is a pair. This is a match made in heaven. If you know anything about wrestling in the 80s and early 90s, this right here, that's a dream set right there. So Mattel, get us a bonus edition Virgil. You know, he needs to be with our Ultimate Edition Ted DiBiase. This has been my review of the new Coliseum Collection Ricky the Dragon Steamboat $1,000,000 Man. If you're wanting it, go to MattelCreations.com. Still some available. I think around $70 price range. Have a great day. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. Can't wait to see you the next time. I need you to go ahead and go away so I can play with my toys. All right. Bye-bye.